जी ब्रेक से आ गए वापस। आपको कहेंगे एक बार फिर से वेलकम बैक एंड सुबह खैर। और आपको जिक्र करेंगे पाकिस्तान के लिए एक और तारीखी और यादगार लम्हा आया हमारी ज़िंदगी में। और प्राउड पाकिस्तानी जो है हम कहलाते हैं हमेशा ही, और मोटिवेशनल स्टोरीज़ आपके सामने लेके आते हैं। लेकिन ये मोटिवेशनल स्टोरी से ज़्यादा जो है प्राउड पाकिस्तानी की स्टोरी है कि भाई कराची से ताल्लुक़ रखने वाले बासलाहियत साउंड इंजीनियर तुरैस हबीब ने दुनिया का सबसे मोतबर म्यूज़िक अवार्ड ग्रैमी अपने नाम कर लिया है। ये एजाज़ हासिल करने वाले पहले पाकिस्तानी बन गए। और जनाब तुरैस हबीब को ये अवार्ड हॉलीवुड की ब्लॉकबस्टर फिल्म ड्यून पार्ट 2 के साउंड ट्रैक पर अपनी शानदार फ़नी और तकनीकी महारत के एतराफ़ में दिया गया है, जिसकी मौसीकी आलमी शोहरत याफ्ता कंपोज़र हैंस जिमर ने तरतीब दी है। इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं तुरैस हबीब। इनसे मिलते हैं और बात करते हैं और पूछते हैं कि इन्होंने ये अवार्ड लिया तो इनकी खुद की क्या फीलिंग्स हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम तुरैस, हाउ आर यू? वेलकम टू अवर शो।
Walaikum salam. I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I'm good. First of all, congratulations from us. How does it feel, Taurees, when you become first Pakistani sound engineer and win Grammy?
I mean, it's a pretty incredible feeling. It's obviously it's a dream that I wasn't sure if this would ever happen. I was very surprised when it did.
Okay, tell us about your experience working on Dune Part 2 and how did you contribute to the project?
So I've been working for Hans for about 12 years now. So I've worked on just about every Hans film since then. And so I do a very specialized thing where I'm building virtual instruments and sounds for him to write music with. It's kind of like if he was a painter, my job is to mix special colors of paint for him. So a lot of the sounds that you hear in that film, in the music, that don't quite sound like an instrument you've ever heard before is something that I played a part in creating.
Okay. Torres, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced while working on Dune Part 2?
You know, because I've been doing this for a while now, I think at this point, me and my team, we've become very good at what we do. The biggest challenge is always that we tend to work in very tight deadlines, or we start working on something and then Hans will get a great idea about it and say, I need this now, I need this faster. So the biggest challenge is always time.
Okay. How was your experience working with Hans, a legendary music composer?
It was amazing. I mean, like I said, I've been working for him for a long time now, but I keep learning new things from him. And he is someone who, whenever you think you've figured out, or whenever you think he's done everything, he finds something new to do.
So, Torres, when did you realize you wanted to become a sound engineer as a career?
I have been playing music for a long time, since you know, maybe 7 or 8 years old. And when I was about 14 or 15, I was playing guitar and singing in bands, and I decided, you know, it would be really cool if I could record us so we could write our own songs and release music. And that's when I got into it, and it has since become my career.
Torres, what advice would you give, especially youngster Pakistani who want to succeed in Hollywood?
I think I would say don't think so much about succeeding in Hollywood specifically. I think nowadays, you know, well, just, you know, what does Hollywood mean, right? Hollywood used to be a place you had to go to, but now, because of the internet, because of social media, because of all this ability to communicate and connect with people all over the world, you don't have to go to one place. You know, I mean, being successful in Hollywood is one way you can be successful, but there are so many people now who are doing it without ever setting foot in Los Angeles or you know, being a part of this part of the industry. And so I would say that focus on doing what you love doing and what comes naturally to you, and take a lot of pride in that work. And it doesn't really matter where you are. If you do that long enough, someone will notice.
Good. How do you see the future of sound engineering and music production changing, especially in Pakistan?
So I think, you know, the way that it's changing and the way that perhaps it should hope, you know, it needs to kind of keep going. I don't think it's even specific to Pakistan. This is something I think every sound engineer, Pakistani or otherwise, will agree with me, is that you know, because we're such visual creatures, everyone thinks about how important things are to look. It's like, oh, we need to spend money on a bigger screen. We need more computer graphics. We need everything to look good. But because sound is something we kind of take for granted and don't very consciously experience, it's often also in media and artistic ventures, kind of something that's left for the last. And so people like me are kind of scrambling at the end a lot of times to try to put things together because it's something that, like I said, it takes a very special way of looking at things to realize the importance of it. But when it's gone versus when it's there, you do notice the difference. And I think the way that it needs to evolve, and I think we are coming around to that, is people finally realizing the importance of that.
Good. So, are there any exciting projects upcoming? Your projects which you want to share with us?
So I have several things going on right now. Most exciting is I've actually been releasing my own music as a solo artist. Just you can look me up on Spotify or anywhere that you get your music. I just put out a new single. I also have some very interesting things that I'm in talks about organizing, potentially a workshop for artists, producers, and audio engineers in Pakistan to actually come and work with them and sort of help expand their craft. Both of these things you can most easily follow and keep track of on my Instagram. I'm very easy to find. I'm Taurees, Taurees. That's my username on Instagram. And there's a link there where you can sign up for a mailing list to keep track of all the stuff that I'm up to. But the most exciting thing for me right now is my solo music that I'm putting out and some of the other opportunities that we're exploring potentially to also bring to Pakistan.
Thanks for joining us and sharing your story. हमारे साथ तौरेस थे जिनका यही कहना था कि भाई आपने अभी जो भी अपना करियर स्टार्ट करना है, जहाँ पे भी हैं आप वहाँ से अपने करियर को स्टार्ट करें और उसी पे फोकस करें. ये मत सोचें कि हमें जो सोशल मीडिया पे हर जगह की लाइफ जो है बहुत अच्छी नज़र आ रही होती है, तो उसको उस तरीके से ना लें, अपने काम पे पहले फोकस करें. और यहाँ पे लेंगे एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद वापस आते रहिएगा हमारे साथ.